Thank you, Brian. Your teen or tween may be looking for a job or internship this summer to make some extra money and stay busy, but it can be hard sometimes to figure out what jobs are open for them and what they need to put on their applications and resumes. Our next live guest is here to help us out. I'd like to welcome Felicia Carter Blue joining us live. She's the owner of Carter Blue Small Business Solutions and the mother of very entrepreneurial teens who have already started their own business. They are so inspiring. Felicia, great to have you.
Thank you for having me, Audrey.
You're so welcome. So let's first talk about what should teens know before they start applying for that dream job or internship. What's the first step?
The first step I would say is to do some research on their dream company, their dream job, and make sure that it's something that they like to do, something that even if they don't like to do right now, something that they want to do in the future, so they want to grow. Also, excuse me, make sure that the environment is a great environment for them. Different companies have different values, different missions, so making sure that those things align with what they are or who they want to become.
A lot of job applications ask for previous work experience, right? That's common, but how can teens kind of work to get skills that they may not have been able to have in the past, before they get their first job?
Well, believe it or not, most people they come into this world with natural attributes. Some things that they can do if they've never worked a job is to sit down with their close friends, their family, their teachers, and find out what their qualities are. Sometimes, even character defects could be actually good things depending on what environment they're in. So a kid may be labeled as very talkative, but in a sales environment, that's great communication, and they also have people skills. So starting out, finding out people within, giving them some feedback on their attributes and their qualities actually are skills that they can actually put on their resume.
Well, that's a great point. What else do you recommend in filling out that resume to, not look bare, but to also showcase, like you said, their qualities and skills that they have been able to acquire?
Absolutely. So some kids, they have academic accomplishments. They actually are involved in extracurricular activities, so sports, that makes them a great team player. If they're not involved or they don't have any accomplishments in school, they could always volunteer at a local organization. They can volunteer at home and do chores, also in their neighborhood. So there's all sorts of ways that teens can develop work skills to put on their resume.
Great to hear those. What about resources out there to help teens build their resume if they, maybe, you want to have a supportive environment at home as well with your parents and family and whatnot, but are there other resources that they could tap into?
Absolutely. There's free resources on Google, so they can Google free resume, and then there's also Pinterest. Pinterest has tons of free templates, and then Word has a template that they can use, and also Indeed. If they go onto Indeed, it will actually help them build their resume by simply asking them questions step by step that they'll be able to fill in that will develop them their first resume.
And your girls were showing some photos of them with their business. It was just so fantastic to hear at such a young age what they've already been able to accomplish. How do you kind of help instill that drive and excitement to, get into the workforce at a young age?
So I always start with nurturing their talent, their natural gifts and talents and their interests. That always piques their interest, and it always helps them to thrive and be able to accept constructive criticism if it's something that they truly love doing. From there, we develop. I'm always giving feedback. I'm listening to them and the things that they don't like and how we can make things better so that we can just grow. And just help them to be better entrepreneurs. It's not easy, but I think, again, tapping into their individual interests and talents helps them to be engaged and want to grow and be better at whatever it is that they're doing.
And how old are your girls again?
They are 13 and 14 now.
Wow. So just the beginning of their teen years, you really got them started early.
Yeah. They've developed numerous skills to put on their resume, whether they want to continue to be business owners or work for another company. They're doing networking, marketing, people skills, analytical skills, and they've developed these just simply by working and manning their own business day to day.
Wonderful to hear your story, Felicia. Thank you for joining us with this timely topic this morning. You can get in touch with Felicia by visiting the website on your screen, carterblueconsulting.com.